Hey guys, Defective Hesh here again, bringing you a different kind of video. Today I'll be showing you how I build tanks in Freeform. I've always built tanks in Freeform since I first got the game a couple months ago, and I really enjoy it. But let's get to it. So I like to start off with the Freeform hull. There's just the basic square one, alright? And so from there, I go to mobility and I make sure auto generates off because defenders just get in the way for me. Compartments though, let's build an early war tank. All right, here's an example of how to build a front glacis. All right, like a say an M4 style design. All right, it's as simple as can be. So all you got to do is hit edges and pull that back, and now you can make that angle. Another thing you can do, alright, is hit faces, grab this bottom, and hit extend. Now, what you can do, simple as day, make that lower glacis. Alright, very simple front end design. Now, you can take this a step further. If you go back to faces, right click and hold it. So you have both glaciuses, upper and lower, highlighted together. Click extend together, so that way they match, okay? Now, if you look, this is a little higher, but that's alright, we'll fix that in a second. The whole purpose of this is so we can shrink it in, alright, and get the beginnings of a very well-angled front hole, alright? We need to go to edges, alright, and this top edge does need to sink down, but if you just push it down, you have to also pull it forward a bit. Alright, so to make that even, I'd say that's even. No, one more. Boom. Alright, so there's that. Now this lower, what we can do for this lower, if I can get it, excuse me, is just simply, yeah. Oh, hey, here's a mistake here. We should have extended the belly as well. Well, here's the benefit of having a go back button. I can easily fix that. Grab the belly, grab that, touch it. There we go. Squeeze it together. Alright. There we go. Now that's looking good. This is going to end up turning into a real tank design, if I'm not careful. Simple tutorial video. Here we go. So, squish it down, pull it forward. Alright. Now we only have to do it for the top. Splendid. Is that angled wrong? Nope. Okay. Alright. So if we go back to faces, we can... I pushed it a little too far forward. Go down some more. Alright. Now we go back to faces, and we will extend again, forever repeating this cycle until we create a black hole. Just kidding. But no, seriously, we will do this until we get the shape and angles that we so desire. Alright. And you know what? I think I'll keep that lip. Just think, nah, no lip. Bring it back down one more time. Bring it a little forward. Alright. This is starting to look pretty rad if you ask me. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can get away with just extending this front face. Alright. So. Oh, you know what I can do? Nope. Never mind. I know that won't work. So, let's go ahead and sink her down. Bring her forward like we've been doing. Now this guy, question is what do we want to do with this? Things could get a little buggy with the armor because technically Sprocket likes to count this as a bottom plate, and angling can get really awkward with that. So, but with that in mind, squish it together one last final time, I'd say. Oh man, Is that flat right there? It is. Let's see if we can't make it. Ooh, there we go. I'd say that's looking pretty sharp if you ask me. Alright, unfortunately there's like a hell of a weak spot, but alright. Let's see. This is where points come in handy, because now I can no longer grab this edge reliably. So if I hit point, as long as mirror is still on, I can grab mirror and manipulate this, hopefully without breaking any triangles. Alright. Now there we go. What do we think about that? Alright, alright, alright. I'm gonna say let's go faces. 90 all the way. I'm wondering what kind of build this should be. I'm really wondering. 40 mil at the bottom. Is that acceptable? It's 150, give or take. Alright. You know what? Oop. There we go. Oh, I don't need to grab the other side because it mirrors. We're going to do them at a 70. That'll make me feel better. Alright, now the side armor. What should we do about the side? Just to show off a bit here. Something intricate. Nothing intricate. Alright. You know what? I can show you how to make cover for your tracks. So, simple as day. What you'll do is hit extend again. Alright, click on this new hitbox, hit extend, widen. Alright. And come in a little more, don't want too far. Hit extend one more time, hit that, hit extend again, boom. Alright. And to add a little flare, you can definitely pull the edges up or down. Alright, just slight down looks cool to me. And then maybe a touch forward, or will that bug it? Yeah, it bugs it. Do not pull these edges forward until you extend, I suppose. You know what? I will see if I can work that. Extend. Ooh, wow, okay. Alright. So that is how we can make some fenders. Custom fenders. Not fenders, I mean spaced armor. That would work as fenders, I suppose. Is that too far up front? Just a touch back. Nope. Yep. Okay. So that's pretty rad. I like that. I think they're too far up front. There we go. Before the pike of the tip. There we go. Now, we do have this extra stuff here. What we can do, if it will, let's see about this. Okay, I see. I'm also learning as I do this too, which is kind of cool. So I like a lot about Sprocket. Alright, so we can shrink it down like that, I guess. And that will work. Alright, that should be... nope. Alright. We're gonna leave some thickness to it. Alright, and what we're gonna do is on this edge, let's see if we can move her back without breaking any triangles. Alright, perfect. What about the rear? What shall we do about the rear? I'm loving the shape of that, I really am. That's completely covered to the rear as well. Alright. I think it just may be turret time. Let's finish up on this armor profile. So we got 90 there. Ooh, okay. Roof deck would probably be around, let's do 35. Alright, these here are gonna match the whole armor at 90. Alrighty, ooh, edges, yes. So we wanted them to go in a little bit, didn't we? Whoa, wank. Will that work? I guess that works. No, we wanted to add a little bit. Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained. Y'all will have to bear with me. Alright, I suppose that works. Faces. So that's now 90. So for this side armor stuff, I usually will mimic whatever's on the other side. So that, let's just do it I say a solid 70. Alright. Whoops, that's already 70. Alright, boom, boom. This one we gotta do at 72 because it's flat. This one we'll do, say 50, 40, 25. Sounds kosher to me. What is that? 70 as well, okay. Does that have a clipping issue at all right there? Okay. Alright, so, I'm trying to think. So this right here, so we did what, 70 over here. So we're gonna do 70 on that. Oh, whoops. There we go. 70, right? Yep, okay. Now I know these guys did not get touched by the hitbox, so I just selected out. Alright, and so something I also do is I grab the inside and I set it to whatever respective. Okay, so this is the thickest part. I put this at the thickest armor possible because Sprocket tank design does not currently support traditional spaced armor mechanics. Because this right here counts as a hitbox. If a tank shell makes it right through here, it's a hitbox. Damn, apparently doing that really. Alright, boom. Do 30, I guess. 70. Yeah, see, it's a little broken. That's okay. I think one thing I can get away with, if I can select it, I might just be able to put this down at an angle. Whoop, no, I grabbed the wrong edge. There we go. Alright. This is where the points come in handy. Because if you've got multiple things layered on top of each other, they can start to get a little bent out of shape and not stay with each other necessarily. So now that's bent down unevenly. Shoot. Was it? Hang on. I think I can grab it with edges. See if you can manage. Yeah, see, that's just too much right there. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Sprocket will get there one day. I say let's go for a turret. Even though this thing's excessively overpowered. I mean overweight. I'm trying to think what I can do to fix that without ruining the design. Screw it. Generated turrets, freeform turrets. So, here's what's next. I'll grab a simple square turret, place it, I guess I'll place it there. Alright, and you know what, just to give me some more breathing room, go from early war to mid war. Nah, keep it early war, screw it. Alright, alright, so first what I'll do for this turret, I gotta figure out what size turret I want. So, if you hit A, it'll select all. You can just grab the arrows, as simple as that. Whoops, wrong one. I thought. So for the green, yeah, sometimes you gotta put it in scale mode. Otherwise it just moves it. There we go. So we got a pretty good length here. Let's see what kind of turret we can make. Basket space, diameter. Want it to not be out sticking out, of course. I'm not sure how much height plays a matter in it. Basket space. Yeah, they don't got. Oh my. Alright, so One of the things you can do to make things easier on yourself when you're building as well is go ahead and set your armor values, because whatever you extend will replicate those armor values. So let's say for the front I want 90. Let's say for the sides I want 40. You know, when I extend those, it will automatically copy that thickness. Alright. Edges. What should I do here? You know what? I'll try to replicate the fucking front of the tank. Alright. Alright, so once again I go with the good old extend. You can actually just bring it down all together like that. I forgot. Boom. Look at me overcomplicating stuff. Complicating. Boom. Oh, touchdown. Just a touchdown. I wish we had grids. Not grids. Grids would be so helpful. Alright, and let's jut it out a bit. Bring it in together. Your biggest thing is you don't want it to concave like we just saw. I think that's the right word. Alright, edges. Edge, edge, edge. Extend. We'll just keep doing this process till we get the shape we so desire. Oh, there's my dog. I'm outside in the backyard and she ran off on me. Specifically the reason I told her why I did not want to bring her out. Oops. Went too low. Alright. Is it in scale? Whoops. No. Okay, so this is where we're going to have to grab that edge at the bottom. I think it's going to clip into it. Boom. God bless it. There we go. Alright, so if we go up a touch, go back. Squish. I see the triangles. See how this is squished in? That's what's not matching up. That's what's not good. As long as it's not misshapen and it looks the same on both sides, I am perfectly fine with it. But alright, I see what I can do. Because that stayed the same size. So. My gun mantlet. This will work for a good little gun mantlet. Edges. Ooh. See, I don't want it to be a shot trap. That's the only thing. I could just make that some really thick armor, to be honest. Ooh. Alright, let's grab this edge up here. Pull them out and down. Alright, that's looking pretty snazzy if you ask me. Call him the stone face. Alright. I say I like the turret. Now, we have to fix this weight issue over here. So we're going to go to mobility. Powertrain. We're going to switch from a twin transmission. Clutch braking. Now let's keep the twin transmission. Is it the engine? What is... simply just not big enough. Oh, okay, what might help is actually putting the crews where they need to go. So if we put Commander's Cupola, I'd say let's go with this guy. He looks pretty snazzy. Alright, that goes up there. I think it really leaves some room. Viewports, let's say drivers. driver's viewport. Alright. Boom. That goes in there. We need gunner's viewport, which is going to go. Let's put it there for now. Alright, firepower. For a moment, this is just going to be a placeholder. Alright, I'm trying to get this. There we go. Alright, see, if you don't have the crews put where they're supposed to be, they default in the hull. Alright, so honestly, I like this gun mantlet a lot. It's not even a gun mantlet, it's just a tube, but it allows, it's cleaner looking than some of the stuff I'd say. Alright, so using this scale stuff is really helpful. Alright, so boom. Alright, so I'll show you a little trick. If you go to mount and you see max depression, check this out. If depending on where you put it, sometimes you won't get the depression values you desire. At this scale, it's not changing much, but alright. So we have a gun on there. I'm gonna do, what would be next? Move this gunner's port right here. I prefer spots like that, and I'll show you why in just a little bit. So, armor profile looks like it's done. We could use some more room in the turret. So let's go to faces, and let's extend and do what we did on the front, except back here. Alright. I'd say that worked out better than I anticipated. Let me make sure it. Alright, cool. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't clipping in. Alright, so something really cool you can do when editing, if you go to edit options, you see smooth angle. Here's what's going to happen if you do smooth angle. Boom. It gets Squidward beautiful. But today I want a edgy tank, so he will stay square. Alright, at this point is when I check mobility, look at my engine. In this era, in early war, you get 10 cylinders max. You want usually more cylinders with a adequate leader. And she's just complaining about not having enough room. Compartments. See, here's some things you can do to squeeze out some extra storage room too. Compartments, rear end. Boom, 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 boom. Whoops, nope. Boom, boom, boom. Extend. Whoops. Extend. Alright, it took away the APC look of it, but it gave us more room. I don't know how much, but it definitely did. This will be the engine bay for sure. Alright. So, let's go back to mobility. So now we have 10 cylinders comfortably. I'm going to do an 8-cylinder engine at 3 liters. That should provide, you know what? 2 5-liters should be fine. I'm not wanting to make an absolute behemoth of a tank. So next, we're going to go to transmission, tracks. God bless it, sorry. Alright, so if we look here, you can see your road wheels are right here at the bottom, and then this is not the sprocket, the other one. Alright, but if we go here to the top of this, you can see the separation is how far in and out you can bring the wheels, or the tracks. So I'm going to bring them in a little tighter. Alright, and length, you can bring them in to a point where the mount is where you'd like it, not roll plate. I don't like it on the front plate, it has to be on the side for me. And make sure that the tracks aren't touching. Alright, and from here you can kind of grab these manually and pull them forward. And then on this, you want your sprocket to be the first thing that hits and not your tank. So I'm wondering if I can get it a little more forward. We're gonna have to see how mobility is, but I don't have high hopes for that 40 degree or 35 degree angle. Alright, now if we see the return rollers, which are gonna be right here, I prefer them up high. Alright, now belt. So thickness for early war, I'll put them at about 75. Alright, width, I like to fill in. Alright, as much as like I have fenders for. Alright, and then sprocket. Yeah, you're gonna have to adjust. So diameter, mount size, forward. It's the rear. Hang on 1 second. I'm looking for this guy. I can't. Idler. Alright. Diameter, height, width, width, width. Here we go. The idler wheel, we want the same width. There we go. And oh my, that's a touch absurd, but that actually would help me get over the terrain. Alright, that's a little absurd, but we're gonna go with. Alright, so this right here is gonna be our sprocket. Now, forward, height, diameter. We go with the bigger sprocket, and we move it back some, and make sure our mount isn't hideously too ugly. Mount size, that looks more appropriate. Alright, now the road wheels, we're gonna have to work with this. Diameter, width, boom, we can go a little wider. Alright, now it's a little hard to see. If we put a third wheel, alright, take away the offset as well, get it closer to the body. Alright, and then width, that fits now inside of the tracks. Alright, do I not have a... Uh-oh, I'm glad I looked at this. So you can get more wheels and stuff, road wheels, depending on how far back in and out you have the road wheels. I realized I needed one here, so I'm glad I noticed. Alright. Now that we have that settled, the transmission, our powertrain is a twin transmission. You want to make sure these gears are synced, okay? So, but this is absurd on the ratio. So click G1, that didn't work. We're gonna go down to 6 gears because this tank's just not gonna have the capability to get up that high. But go up to 6 gears. Whoops. No. I'm gonna have to do this myself. Alright, so a good way to do this yourself is grab from gears, your most bottom gear, and get to a desired top speed. And then just do slight increments from there. If you have any understanding how a transmission works, you will be so happy. And then click sync for the bottom, for the other transmission, and there you go. Powertrain, fuel tank, I don't really mess with that, and my battles don't last long enough for now, I guess. So, engine, we have no more room, transmission should be good to go. Alright, we're going to do a quick mobility. Alright, it drives. Oof. See, that's the thing about the twin transmissions, you need a really high gear ratio. So, I'm going to bump it up a bit. Alright, sync. Yeah, it just does not have that power. So I'm gonna go to powertrain and swap it for clutch braking, because there's no benefit. I'm not getting the benefit of twin transmission right now. And that'll clear up some room as well. So transmission, we'll just keep that the same gears. Alright. And Alright, now up next, it's just gun. Alright, where is firepower? Cannon. So you can right click on the cannon. Alright, and this is usually the first page you'll see. Caliber. Let's do a good 100mm for this example. Alright, do 100mm caliber. Alright, and propellant length of, let's say, 500mm. Let's say that's pretty proper for early war. Alright, right now that currently gives us 110 penetration. Let's add on another barrel segment, increase length. I'm going to make this barrel segment 33mm, have this go down to 23mm, and then we're going to have these go down to 10 and be recoiled. And we'll have that cool looking effect right there. That's a good way to do that as well. Alright, so here's a mount, elevation, cannon. This does not have a mount plate for thickness. On other mounts, they have thickness to them. So at this point, a muzzle brake, I go with T-shape, one of my favorites, and ammo storage. Now there is a difference in penetration values between AP and HE. Alright, so I do load them a bit differently depending on what I'm doing. Alright, then alright, so this one will be the armor piercing high explosive. Alright, and basically you just want to get as close. If you want the best reload, this is not exactly realistic to have your ammunition where it is right here, but for the sake of reloading purposes, I am doing this. I like ROF. So you want to match up the reload times, basically, is all you want to do. 410 on that side. Alright, there we go. Unfortunately, we are out of room, so what we're going to do is go back to compartments, click on the turret, ask for some more basket space. That's a shame. Oh, ooh, you know what? Compartments. Check this out. This to help us work on it. See, doing this over and over, you'll end up creating so much different stuff. Whoops. Edges. Bring that down. Bring that flat, rather. Alright. See, this is where grabbing points gets more useful. Alright. As long as it doesn't bend it too much. Alright. So if we go to basket space, there we go. Look at that. Alright, I gotta add a couple more parts. Alright, so if you go to crew, alright, we already have that, which are necessary. This I consider necessary because of how I build, but you're gonna want to go to, not crew, you're gonna want to go to mobility, go to engine, go down here to exhaust and vents. That was goofy to me. Make sure mirroring is on. Boom. Alright, and you know what? I really like these a lot. They are by far the most awesomest exhaust system, I think, personally. But, and then add some vents as well. I mean, hell, engine and crew can't breathe without no ventilation. See, you can scale, like, every object in the game, basically. Alright, so that is the basics of building a tank. Alright, she ends up having a 4-second reload. 4-second reload. Ooh, she's already bouncing shots. Let's see how she does. Oh, it wasn't meant to be strongest tank anyways. Oh, there's that imperfection I was talking about. See, if you look, this is a little rounded and it shouldn't. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'm sorry it was 35 minutes long. But this is basically how I make a tank, and yeah, I mean, I love this game to pieces, man. The possibilities are limitless. Y'all have a wonderful night, and see you later.